Hello, everyone. This is Oscar from Oscar's Realm, and welcome to the top 10 creepypastas of all time. Creepypastas have been copied and pasted and retold on the internet for years, and they will continue to be for years to come. Everyone's list is different, so if you think I missed a creepypasta or you have a list of your own, please put your top 10 or top 5, whatever, creepypastas of all time in the comments. So let's get into it at number 10, which is The Thing in the Window. A young boy, goes to bed each night, but each night he becomes more and more creeped out by a mysterious figure staring into his window, looking at him. As this continues to happen, he becomes to be more and more paranoid. Now, yeah, he eventually is so creeped out by it that he duct tapes up his window to try to prevent the thing from looking at him anymore. Now, he wasn't aware of this at the time, but apparently that would make the thing in the window very, very angry. Moving on to number 9, we have Stairs. A detective investigates the murder at an old widow's home. Her husband had died mysteriously years previous to this, but just recently, the murder that he's investigating is her caregiver died. Now, the old woman was bound on the second floor to her wheelchair with no way of getting to the first floor without a helping hand. The detective, from this evidence, has to figure out who committed the murder. Number 8, Smile.jpg. When a young woman finds a disc and watches what's on the disc, it is multiple pictures of a Siberian Husky dog with a very humanoid and creepy smile. Now, after she looks at these pictures, for nights to come, she has terrible nightmares featuring this dog, telling her to spread the word. By spread the word, the smiling dog means tell other people to click on this disc. And when they do, I will latch onto them instead of you. And if you don't do this, I'm going to kill you. Number 7, The Smiling Man. Now, this is easily one of the most memorable and creepy and disturbing creepypastas out there. And there's a good reason for that. It starts off with a young man walking down the road at night. He then sees another man staring at him, smiling creepily from across the street. He assumes that this guy is just a drunk. But as the guy starts to do eerie and disturbing dances and moves closer to him in very disturbing, non-human ways, he realizes that this guy is just not a normal drunk. And this is a night that the man will never forget. The young man has been paranoid ever since. Number 6, No End House. This story is one of the creepypastas that got me into reading creepypastas. There has been a rumor that if you reach the end of No End House, you win $500. When someone tried this, the first few rooms were what you'd expect from a horror house. But then when he thinks he's won, and he goes back to his own house, only to find a number written on his house door, he realizes the truth, that there really is no end to No End House, and he is never getting out. Number 5, The Dating Game. Now, a middle-aged man who has been kind of a loner for most of his life meets the girl of his dreams, and they after a while, are engaged to be married. He looks on her computer once and sees a couple of hidden files. He clicks on all three files, and there are photos of her slaughtering her old family. He, unbeknownst to himself, got engaged to a demon, and he is next. Number 4, Mr. Widemouth. So, yeah, a young boy who is kind of sick and, like, he doesn't feel like he has anyone. He finds his imaginary friend, Mr. Widemouth. The two start off just playing normal games like board games and hide and go seek. But after a while, the games become more and more deadly and life-threatening. Mr. Widemouth, at the end of all this, continues to try to lead the young boy down a specific path, but the boy, knowing how creepy Mr. Widemouth is, refuses. Years later, when he is an adult, he goes down that path just for laughs, thinking that Mr. Widemouth was not real. But then when he reaches the end of the path, he sees something horrifying. He sees a cemetery with many graves of young children's bodies. Number 3, Laughing Jack. When a kid claims they have a new imaginary friend, Laughing Jack, the mom just writes it off. But then she starts to have horrible nightmares. She starts to have weird visions in those nightmares of an abandoned circus and mutilated children. Then, a couple of days later, she finds the family dog in the kitchen, dead and cut wide open. This is when she starts to wonder if Laughing Jack is for real. Number 2 is Abandoned by Disney. Now, when a photographer goes to a specific place that was abandoned by Walt Disney years ago, he finds many weird things, like animals running wild in the park, and, oh yeah, a photo-immune Mickey Mouse mascot that has been mutated. And when he says, "Do you want to see my head come off?" he slowly twists off his own head, and yellow goop comes out of his neck hole. Number 1, 1999. When an investigator investigates a show called 1999 that was released on Channel 21, it was supposedly just a nice, friendly kids show starring the lovable Mr. Bear. However, upon investigation, he finds out that this is not the case, and that Mr. Bear is using the show because he is a pedophile, and he is luring children into a barn and then burning their bodies for satanic reasons. Thank you everybody so much for watching. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel. And leave a comment down in the comments if you want to. And I will put I think, if you search for, I'll just put the link down in the description for the music you're hearing right now. But, yeah, this music is really good and it has no copyright. So I will see you in the next video. Peace.